Hello and welcome back to the Guns and Glory show. I ain't done one of these little ones in a minute. I thought I smelled some propane when I went to check the gauge right before the person showed up to fill up my tank. And of course I go out there the day after to check the gauge after they fill up the tank so I can keep track of my gas usage. I smell gas both times. So I go to call their number and they don't answer it twice, so I sent them an email even though it says you smell gas, don't leave an email to call the people. I'm like, nope. You had your chance with that one. So this guy, he finally shows up last night, check it out, put some soap on it, see if there's any bubbles. He couldn't find anything, even though I still smell gas this morning when I went out there. And he's got this little bill stuck in my fence. Could have knocked on the door, but didn't. For $320. I'm like, are you out your mind? I smell gas and I got a bill for $320. Are you serious? You know what happens when people do that? They're not gonna call you when they smell gas anymore. I mean, it's common sense. It says there's a $20 delivery fee. So I find out I could smell gas this morning. I popped the cap and checked the gauge. Nope, still at 80%. He didn't put any gas in there, but he charged me for bringing it. And there's a $100 service fee for the emergency call. I'm like, are you out of your ever-loving mind? So yeah, I go down there, of course. I know the phone ain't gonna work. And I explained this to the lady, and she tells me I'm not supposed to use the word shit. Well, I was fine until then. Oh boy, I bet she don't do that again. I'm gonna leave that there. Anyway, the manager comes out and said, can I help you? So I explained this to her, and I also explained that I've got a YouTube channel and I got a little bit going on Facebook, and if people find out, and they will, that they got to pay $320 because they thought they smelled a gas leak, guess what? The manager agreed with me. They're not going to charge me anything, which is probably a wise choice. That was stupid. And I had nothing but trouble from, it's Ferrell gas up here, and I never had nothing but trouble for him. The first time I tell him I got this hole in the back, this trench in the backyard, and they say they've run this line for me. It's more detailed in the other video, but they didn't do that. It wasn't ready. And then they tell me in like a couple hours after the guy comes to hook the furnace up that I've got to dig this hole 6 feet deep, 25 feet wide. I'm like, no. And then this billing error, I had somebody help me pay for the gas down at Salvation Army and at DHS, and all of a sudden this bill shows up for like $600. I only make $8 something a month. I'm like, do you understand what kind of stress that puts somebody under? Oh, anyway. I just want to let you guys know just that I'm going to see about finding a different gas company. This is ridiculous. It ain't the first time they've done that kind of thing to me.